we're working on number 2. We know that 5/8 of the vote are for blue. So what we've done is we've drawn what a whole eighth looks like. Does everybody understand that? Okay. We're going to now mark this section here is for blue. The struggle is we don't know what that number represents, right? We just know it's 5/8 of the total. How many of you agree with that? But the struggle is we don't know what that number is, correct? Okay, so now let's take it from there. We've done this with other problems. We're now going to separate this section here. This portion is not part of blue. This is the leftover. How much is the leftover for the other 2 colors? Alyssa?
3/8.
Okay, we have 3/8. So let's separate it out. This is a new tape diagram. We have 3/8. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. This combination here is going to be somehow an amount votes for red and an amount votes for green. We don't know how many for each yet. That's what we're trying to find out. Now, if we look at our directions, it says of the remaining votes, 5/9 were for green. How many are here for the remaining? 3/8. So we're going to take 3/8, and how much are for green? 5/9. So we're asking 5/9 of the 3/8 is for green. Now we know with our multiplication of fractions, we're going to multiply straight across. So we end up with 15 over 72. I'm going to remind you of my trick. If we add the digits and they're divisible by 3, then this whole number is divisible by 3. 5 plus 1 is 6. Is that divisible by 3? Yes. 2 plus 7 is 9. Is 9 divisible by 3?
Yes.
Therefore, both of these are divisible by 3. So we're going to simplify. 3. And what we end up with is 5/24 is for green. Now here's the struggle. We still don't know what that number equals. We only know it as a fraction. Okay. And then the problem continues and says, and the remaining votes were for red, and the total for red is 48 votes. And you're like, are you kidding? Now you give me a number. So you know what this means. We're going to have to now start working backwards at this point. And we know then that 48 votes is some portion here that's left over. But we don't know the exact fraction yet, right? Now, I'm going to think about yesterday's problem. 5/24 is green. Do you notice none of these denominators are matching? So we're going to talk like yesterday. Is it easier for me to multiply eighths to get up to 24ths? Or do I want to take 5/24 to get down to eighths? I want to go up. And that's when we're now going to slice this into smaller pieces. Okay? So now we're going to look at our tape diagram. Instead of eighths, we want this to go to 24ths. We want a common denominator. So 5/24 equals green. You see this denominator of 24? Now we're going to get that to a denominator of 24. So what are we going to multiply 5/8 by? Whisper to me.
3.
Good. And we see equivalent fraction, 5/8 equals 5/24. All that is saying is we know that this section right here of 5/8 is the same as 15/24. So I could do this. Slice this all up. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
And that's 15/24. So now I know that 5/24 is green plus 15 24ths is blue. So how much do I have? 5 plus 15 is 20. Denominator stays the same. For green and blue, takes up 20 out of the 24. William, do you see that? Therefore, how much is left over that's red? Cheyenne? That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of the 24 that's red. And how much does red equal?
48.
That's right. So I know 48 votes is equal to 4 out of 24. So then I'm going to take this 48 and I'm going to divide it by 4.
12.
And that's going to tell me that each piece is 12. Each of these pieces are 12. Therefore, can I now go back and calculate? How many are green? 5 times the 12 is 60. Vote for green. What's the fraction for blue? 15 times the 12 gives us the 180 for blue. Therefore, for problem 2, part A, the answer is 180 for blue.